You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney. Oh my goodness, thank you for being here with me this morning. I'm so happy to be here. Ooh, it's pretty chilly here in Gwinnett this morning. It's about 31 degrees. I can't take it. I feel like I'm back in Jersey right now. However, I think Jersey may be a little bit colder. So, you know, I'm whining about 31 degrees, and I'm sure it's much colder in Jersey right now. But anyway, thank you again for being here with me this morning. Got a great lineup for you today. Got some great news and information to share with you. Always happy to be here with you. So to get started, we're going to jump off and do our People Helping People segment of the morning. That's the part of the show where I give a shout out to nonprofits that's doing some really great things in our community. And, you know, because without their help and what they do, it'll be pretty hard for us to try to do these things. So there are some people who are really passionate about helping people, and I'm passionate about sharing their stories. So that's why I do this segment every morning on the show. So today our People Helping People segment goes out to the Center for Pan-Asian Community Services located right here in Gwinnett County. Now what they do is they help people who are coming in from other countries, mostly Asia, to adjust to living here in the United States. You know, they help immigrants and refugees and underprivileged people. They help them by providing an array of services. And you know, it's pretty cool because we do live in the greatest country in the world, and a lot of people want to come here and live. We know that already. And so it's kind of nice to have people be able to come here and get the help they need to make the adjustments, because it's new. I remember when I moved back to Georgia. Now, I was born in Georgia, but I was raised in Jersey. And so for most of my life, I understood, you know, city urban living, because that's where I grew up. I grew up in Newark, and I lived in the suburbs of New Jersey before I moved here. But it was still suburban urban living. And so when I moved back to Georgia, to Gwinnett, it was a little bit of a culture shock. You know, I wasn't used to seeing like all these huge billboards with, you know, get your teeth done, get your hips done, get your lips done. It was like a little bit, to me, it seemed like a little bit like being in LA. I had visited LA a couple of times, and that's what it seemed like to me. And I was like, man, this is kind of weird, you know. I wasn't used to having so many events to attend all the time. That was another thing. So I'm in the United States, so just imagine what someone feels like who's coming to the United States for the first time. I'm in the United States. All I did was change states. They're changing countries. They're changing cultures, you know. And so it's nice to have an organization that can help you make that adjustment coming to the United States. And the Center for Pan-Asian Community Service, I mean, they offer some great services. They got services in housing, community health, affordable dental. They got social services for people that may need to go and get food stamps. They got health insurance consultations and enrollment. They got a food pantry. They got micro lending. They got domestic violence, women's shelter. They got youth programs, after school programs, parent and family workshop. I mean, the list goes on. Like, they have a lot of programs going on: senior housing, benefits assistance. I mean, everything: food safety, drug and alcohol, and addiction counseling. Pretty much anything that you could think of, they offer. And that's cool. So, and I don't think it's just open to people coming in from Asia. I think it's open to everybody. But I guess the organization that started it was focused on the Asian community when they started. But it's open to anybody. For more information about how you can donate, get involved, help do some of this service, they do home buyers classes. They got transportation. English as a second language, all kinds of things. As a matter of fact, they have an event coming up soon, and I think this is a really important event. They have a mammogram unit. It's portable, mobile, and it goes out and it does mammograms for low cost. Now, this is really important because a lot of people go undetected when it comes to breast cancer. And I've lived through this personally with my mom. My mom and I, we would go every year to have our mammograms together. This was something we did every year, and we still do. But this one particular year in 2010, she went to get a mammogram, and they saw something. And so they did a lumpectomy, and they thought everything was cool. She was okay for 2 years. 2012, her cancer came back. And but because she was going to get her mammograms, they was able to detect it and take care of the cancer. Now, a lot of people don't have that option. So the fact that they're even given the option to have a low cost mammogram unit to do screenings, locally, is great. So you want to check that out, because that's really important. You don't have to die from breast cancer, because with mammograms, it can be detected early, and you'll be able, to live a happy and healthy full life. Now, so for more information about how to contact them, you can go to cpacs.org. That's cpacs.org. That's their website. And find out more about what they do. Right here in Gwinnett County, they're located at 2100 Pleasant Hill Road, Suite 242. That's in Duluth. Their telephone number is 770-232-5200. Again, that's 770-232-5200. Make sure to call them to find out when they're going to be doing the mammogram screening, so you can go ahead and get in there on that, because that's really important. You don't want to, get caught out there. And when you could be saved. Let me just say that, when you could be saved. Listen, I got a song for you finally, so I'm going to play a song, and I'll be right back after the music stops.
I got some dollars in my pocket, and I really want to spend them on you. Not the wealthiest, but all I make it all to spend it on you. Now be a date for the night, be my plate, make tonight come through and trip. Take it slow, although I'm ready for more. All my cards are on the table, and I'm putting all my money on you. So kiss me, don't you stop, you're gonna miss me. And I'm all ready to end this. Don't even let it cross your mind. And do this with me. We feel the rush, we the fight. Feel the rush, we the fight. Amplify. Feel the rush, we the fight. Amplify. Feel the rush, we the fight. Got the thing that you want, but I'm really not the man that you need. You spend time on my own, knowing it will end eventually. I keep it real, and know I'm ready for more. Although I'm holding on tight, but it's you and your fight. All my cards are on the table, and I'm putting all my money on you. So kiss me, don't you stop, you're gonna miss me. And I'm all ready to end this. Even let it cross your mind. Do this with me, with feel the rush, we the fight. Feel the
welcome back to Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, still here with you. Man, I gotta tell you, I am so excited. I tried to do my music yesterday. I really like the fact that I'm adding music to the show right now, and because I'm going to be doing the mobile app soon, so I want people to be able to not only just listen to me talk, but listen to some music too. I was in the dentist's office a few weeks ago, and the one of the technicians, her name was Robin, she said to me, Audrey, I wish I could find out what's going on with Gwinnett, because she's working all day. So by the time she gets out of her job, pretty much what's happening around Gwinnett is gone, and nobody is thinking about what's going on in Gwinnett. So to be able to have people listen to the show on the app is really amazing. I'm so excited about that next stage in the show. So music is one of the things that I love. It makes me smile. If you could probably hear me smiling through the phone right now, because I've been trying to get it right for the last 2 weeks, I think, and I kept running into some technical errors, and I'm working it out. I'm not going to say I'm not going to have any technical problems, moving forward. Prayerfully, I won't. But if I do, I'm going to work it out. But, I just love the music portion of it. I hope you do too. Listen, there is a scare over Discovery High School. There was a student diagnosed with tuberculosis, TB, and other students were exposed. So I'm sure parents are all in a rage right now because their kid might have been exposed to tuberculosis. And here's the thing. We don't know who else was exposed to tuberculosis. We don't know where the kid went, so you got to be very careful while you're out there. So on Friday, Discovery Principal Marcy Sledge sent a letter to the parents notifying them that the Gwinnett County Health Department had contacted the school saying that the student was diagnosed with tuberculosis. And so they're working with the Gwinnett Health Department to determine which students and faculty may have been exposed to tuberculosis, to the student with tuberculosis. Ooh, that's a little scary. Now, what they do to identify whether or not you have been exposed, they do a little skin test. When I used to work in the hospital, we had to get it every year because we worked in a hospital where there were a lot of people that come through there all the time. And so what they do is they give you a little injection under your arm, under your skin, and they draw a circle around the injection so they can make sure that they know where they put the injection. And you go back to the health department for a couple of days to see if you were exposed. And what happened is where they did the injection at, if it shows some kind of discoloration or swelling or something, that lets you know that you've been exposed. If it does not show discoloration, then you are okay. Now, oh man, so that's pretty scary. So right now they have identified 226 individuals that may have been exposed to the student with the tuberculosis, and that includes students and staff. So that's pretty scary. You got to be careful out there, and we have no idea where he could have gotten it from. The school has about 2,600 kids there total, and so 226 out of 2,600 is not bad, but that's still a lot of kids, and we don't know who those kids are exposed. Who was exposed to it through those kids. So you got to be very, very careful when you're out there. If you think you came in contact with anybody that went to Discovery High School, check with your healthcare provider and see if there's something that you should be doing to check yourself out before you expose your family and friends as well. That's pretty scary. But I think they got it under control. But make sure if you came in contact with anybody at Discovery High School, there was a TB exposure there, and there were 226 teachers and students that was identified as being possibly exposed. And if you know somebody who was possibly exposed, make sure to get them over to their healthcare providers to get checked out. Now, moving right to the next thing that's really good, the community health fairs is back again starting this Saturday. What's cool about this is that you can go out to the parks on Saturday, and this Saturday is going to be at Rose Jordan Park starting at 10 a.m. and it's going to run to 1 p.m. You can go out there and get some screenings, healthcare screenings that you may not normally go and take care of. If you're scared to go to the doctor, this may be a good time for you to just go to the park. I think the weather's going to be pretty decent on Saturday. Go to the park, get some screenings. March is National Nutrition Month, and they're going to be doing healthcare screenings at Rose Jordan Park. Now, they're going to be doing screenings for glucose screenings, memory screening. I probably need to go get the memory screening myself, because sometimes I'm like, I was getting dressed this morning, and I literally forgot what I was supposed to be doing. I don't know, that may be a bad thing, but I was thinking about some other stuff, so that's probably what it is. But they have blood pressure testing, they have glucose screening, they have memory screening. They are testing for HIV, genetic cancer screenings, and you can ask a physician any question that's going to be there. Now, let me just say this. Yesterday we lost Luke Perry. I like Luke Perry. I used to watch 90210 when it came out. Luke Perry and I are the same age, and he probably had a blood pressure problem, because strokes are normally caused by blood pressure problem, like high blood pressure. My uncle has extremely high blood pressure problem. He had 2 strokes. He lives with me, and my mom does too. But my uncle, we have to really monitor him, and he does a really good job of doing that. He goes to the right doctors and things like that. Sometimes these things will go undetected because you feel okay. You don't think nothing is wrong with you. You go to work every day, so you feel a little tired, but it's nothing that you feel alarmed about. So these things can go undetected until it's too late. So the fact that, the Gwinnett County Medical Center and Gwinnett County primary, like, there's just a lot of group of people that's putting this thing together. So go out there, get the screenings. They're free. They're not free. They're low cost. Some of them may be free, but you're gonna get checked out. And blood pressure is a silent killer, like heart disease, because you don't know when you got it. You just know. What? I feel a little tired. About 3 years ago. Probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I was feeling very tired, right? And I knew it was something abnormal. But I thought it was just me being tired because I was working. So for me, I'm like, okay, maybe because I'm just working long hours, I'm doing all these things. I'm an entrepreneur, so we never really sleep. We're always working. And so I was feeling really tired. And I was gaining weight like really fast. Like in a month, I gained like 30 pounds. And everybody around me could not understand, like, well, why are you gaining weight? Like, because I'm not a big eater like that, right? Now, I'm going to admit, I love butter and I love cheese and I love sauces. I'm not a sugar eater. So I wasn't a carb person. I wasn't a bread person. But I was gaining weight so fast. And so I just figured, I'm sedentary. I'm sitting all day long. That's probably what it is. That's why I'm gaining weight. Even when I don't eat a lot, like I'll eat salads. I will eat salads 3-4 times a week for lunch and dinner. But I love salad dressing, so I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, one of my friends said to me, "You should go to an endocrine doctor. Just have them check out your thyroid." Well, I go to the endocrine doctor, not thinking anything, but let me go and check it out. I get to the doctor, and I had hyperthyroidism, which is called Graves' disease. I had no clue. Because I was tired, and I just felt like, I just chalked it up to me being, working all the time. Here's the crazy part. I go to the doctor every year and get a physical. They did not detect that I had Graves' disease. And so I go to the doctor, and he tells me I have hyperthyroidism. So I said to him, well, listen, isn't that the one that's supposed to make you lose weight? He said, not all the time. I said, wouldn't that be the case? I would get hyperthyroidism, the one that's supposed to make you lose weight, and it makes me gain weight. Anyway, he put me on medication. And I'm happy to say, as of this year, my Graves' disease is in remission. And, that's because someone suggested that I go to the doctor and get some things checked out. And because of that, I was on the right medication. Now my Graves' disease is in remission. I'm off that medication, thank God. So, listen, go on out to Rose Jordan this weekend. This Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Get checked out. They're going to be doing this at some other parks coming down the pike. They're going to be doing it May 11th at George Pierce Park in Suwanee. That's what the health fair is going to be on May 11th. May 27th, they're going to be doing it at Buford at Bogan Park. And it's also going to include a back-to-school bash for that one. September the 7th, it's going to be at Best Friend Park in Norcross. November the 9th is going to be at Lenore Park in Snellville. So listen, don't wait because we have all these different days available. Go out to the one that you can get to as soon as possible because you want to make sure that you take advantage of all these screenings and make sure you're healthy. They lost Luke Perry yesterday. I liked him, and you would think that he was in the best health. He wasn't overweight or anything, but I could tell you his blood pressure probably was a little high and, he probably went undetected. So let me put something on that's going to give us a upbeat because that's a lot of down news. We went from tuberculosis to health fear to dying and death. So let's do something exciting. Next song is up. I'll be right back after the song plays. Now see, here's one of these technical problems I'm talking about. Try to play the song, now the song don't want to play. I tell you, man, sometimes I just don't know. Technology, I love it. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I don't. Anyway, I played one song for you. Can't play another. Don't know why. It's one of those things. I thought I was doing great. I was excited for a second there. But anyway, moving right along. I tell you, I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get it right. I promise. I promise. I promise. But in the meantime, let's go on over here and find out what's happening in Duluth. So listen, the Duluth councilman, Kirkland, God, what's the man's name? Councilman Kirkland Carton. He wants Election Day to be a holiday for city employees, because he wants to make sure that more employees get out there and vote. And most of the times, the employees get off too late to vote, and that's a problem. And they don't feel like it, so they don't vote. So he put in a proposal this week to have Election Day declared a holiday for city employees so they can go out there and vote. Now, this is going on around the United States right now. It's actually been brought up to the House of Representatives. The U.S. House of Representatives has been introduced to them as well, because they feel like federal employees and city employees need to be able to go out and vote. And because they get off sometimes so very late and are so tired, they don't want to go out and vote. And so that means a lot of votes are not being cast, and a lot of people who should and should not be in chairs are there because of, these people are not able to vote. So Councilman Kirkland has said, you know what, we need to put this out for a vote to get it on the books so we can make sure that these people are, able to go out and vote, because we need them to cast their vote and be a part of this election process, so we can make sure that the people we are putting in these positions are people that deserve to be in these positions, who are really concerned about making our country continuously to make our country, the best it could possibly be, from the state level on down, from the state level on up to the federal level. So, Councilman Kirkland has put that out there, and hopefully, it'll get passed so they can, they can vote, and that'll be a good thing. All right, there's a new brewery and tap room coming to Suwanee. StillFire is coming. So if you like, if you like to drink beer and have good food and just go out in general, you got a new place coming in Suwanee. It's coming this fall. They're gonna be breaking ground. It's gonna be a 20-barrel brewery and tap room. The construction starts in May, and it's gonna be in Town Center Park. The one thing I love about here, there's just a lot of stuff to do. I say that all the time because I'm just amazed at all the things that you can actually do, and all of the great places that you can actually go out and just enjoy. Like the downtowns, they put in so much. If you ever come to Gwinnett, they put in so much money to our little downtown areas, like downtown Lawrenceville, downtown Suwanee, downtown Duluth, downtown Norcross. There's money that goes into those downtown areas, and it's just, they're so quaint, and just, little stores and shops and boutiques and restaurants, and they do things on the square, they do things at the town center parks. I mean, just great things to do. So StillFire is going to be joining the greatness this fall when they break ground. So if you like to drink beer, and you want to check out StillFire is coming soon, make sure you check it out. They're going to be right there for you to just go out and hang out in Suwanee. Listen, if you are not busy on Friday, Partnership Gwinnett is hosting the STAR Awards, which stands for Student Teacher Achievement Recognition Awards. They're going to be doing a luncheon this Friday, Hilton, Northeast Atlanta, 5993 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard. That is in Peachtree Corners. And what this does is recognize high school students who have done some great things, and their students get to recognize the teachers who have helped them do those great things. And so it's really cool that they're going to be doing this awards. If you're not doing anything, you want to go out and support them and show your support and show your love for the students who are doing, because they're our next generation of leaders. And so the fact that they have taken out the time, because they could be doing anything, they could be texting and chatting and Snapchatting and Instagramming and all those things, but they have made a choice to dedicate themselves to their education, and because of that, they are being recognized for their accomplishments, along with the teachers who have supported them in doing these things. And so go out this Friday. You can get tickets. Tickets are $45. For more information, you can go to partnershipgwinnett.com, and they got more information there for you about the Star Wars coming up this Friday, March the 8th, at the Hilton Atlanta Northeast, 5993 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, and that's in Peachtree Corners. It starts at 11:30, ends at 1 o'clock. So check it out. Listen, I got to play you one song. I didn't get to play the second song, but that's okay. I'm working it out. I'm going to get it right once and for all. But I will be back again tomorrow. My guest tomorrow is Mr. Chris Cook. He's talking about money. It's Wealth Wednesday. We're going to be talking about money, how to make your money grow for you and work for you while you work hard for it. So make sure to stay tuned. If you missed the episode, go on over to Good Morning Gwinnett and listen there to past episodes if you missed any. We're going to be, I'm continuously working to build this show, build this platform, and so you're going to see a lot of great changes. Podcasting is one of the things that I love, so I'm going to be talking more on my blog on Good Morning Gwinnett about podcasting and how to get involved, because I go to networking events and people say to me, well, how do you start a podcast? What do I need to know about podcasting? So you're going to find a lot of information on my blog moving forward about podcasting, how to start and grow a podcast, what to talk about, things like that. What platforms should you use? Just a whole lot going on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be at the PodFest in Orlando this weekend. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm leaving tomorrow. So there's no Thursday show. I won't be here Thursday, but I will be here tomorrow to do the show. And tomorrow I'm flying out to Orlando to the PodFest, which is a festival of podcasters. And they talk about best practices, how to grow your podcast and things like that. So I'll be bringing that information back to you on Monday. I thought I was going to be in sunny Orlando, but they tell me it's cold. So I'm going to be wrapped up in boots and shoes and things like that. I thought I was going to be, my toes is out and things like that. However, I heard that's not the case right now. The weather is crazy everywhere, including Orlando. But anyway, I'll be doing more of that about podcasting on the website. I'm thinking about doing a couple of workshops because I get the question all the time. I've been podcasting for a long time, since 2008. I've been on regular radio, AM and FM, hosting shows. And so I love this media. I love this medium. I love the audio medium. I do video as well because I have an internet TV network too, as a matter of fact. One I'm launching pretty soon. One I've launched 6 years ago. But this is the one that allows me to just go live and make mistakes as I go and apologize as I go. And so some people, that's not a good thing. Some people frown on that. I don't. I like going live. I like doing the show. And I've been doing it for a long time, probably a good 14, 15 years now. And so I'm going to be sharing all of that stuff on Good Morning Gwinnett website. So, check out the website because you'll see stuff there about business. I've been an entrepreneur for 21 years full time, working from home, and you're going to see a lot of stuff there. So as we move forward, Good Morning Gwinnett is expanding. We're going to be doing some things beyond Gwinnett as we move forward. So got a lot planned. Once I work out all my technical issues, I think I'm just going to have to buy new equipment, but I'll talk to you more about that as we move along. So listen, I really appreciate you taking out the time to listen to me. I'll be back again tomorrow, God willing. Again, if you missed any episodes, go on over to goodmorninggwinnett.com. Subscribe. Like when you go to the page, you'll see icons for iTunes and all the icons that you see there. You can subscribe on any of those platforms. Help us build the numbers. I'm still trying to get to 1 million subscribers this year. We will be launching the mobile apps pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. And listen, I'll be back again tomorrow. Until next time, make it a great day.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you miss an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.